If you're over 60 and experiencing joint discomfort, stiffness, or concerns about cartilage health, this video shares 5 nutrient-rich foods that research suggests may support joint function and comfort. While no food can reverse established joint damage or replace medical treatment, emerging research shows that specific nutrients play important roles in maintaining healthy cartilage and managing inflammation. Let me be clear from the start. If you have severe joint pain, diagnosed arthritis, or are considering surgery, you need proper medical care. These dietary suggestions complement medical treatment. They don't replace it. What I'm sharing today is for people interested in supporting their joint health through nutrition as part of a comprehensive wellness approach. I'm going to share 5 foods that contain nutrients research has linked to joint health. Each provides different compounds that support the structures and processes involved in maintaining healthy joints. By understanding what these foods offer and how they work, you can make informed choices about your diet. Before we dive into specific foods, let's talk about what actually happens to joints as we age. Understanding this context helps explain why certain nutrients matter. Cartilage is the smooth, cushioning tissue that covers the ends of bones in your joints. It's made primarily of collagen, water, and molecules called proteoglycans that help cartilage retain moisture and maintain its spring-like quality. As we age, several changes occur. The rate of cartilage repair naturally slows. Chronic low-grade inflammation becomes more common. The production of synovial fluid, which lubricates joints, may decrease, and oxidative stress from years of use affects joint tissues. These are normal aging processes, but their progression is influenced by many factors including genetics, activity level, body weight, injury history, overall health status, and notably, nutrition. While we can't stop aging, research suggests that getting adequate amounts of specific nutrients may help support joint health and comfort. Drop your age in the comments. I want to understand who's watching and what specific concerns you have about joint health. Your feedback helps me create more targeted content. Now let's explore 5 foods that provide nutrients research has associated with joint health. I'll explain the science behind each, what realistic expectations are, and practical ways to include them in your diet. The 5th food on our list contains a nutrient that's absolutely essential for collagen production. Without it, your body cannot manufacture this crucial joint component regardless of what else you eat. That nutrient is vitamin C, and bell peppers are one of the richest sources available. Vitamin C is a cofactor in collagen synthesis. That means the biochemical reactions that build collagen cannot proceed without adequate vitamin C. This isn't speculation. It's established biochemistry. When vitamin C is deficient, collagen production is impaired, which can affect all connective tissues including cartilage. Research published in the Annals of Rheumatic Diseases examined vitamin C intake and joint health in a large population study. The findings suggested that people with higher vitamin C intake showed slower progression of certain joint changes over time. While correlation doesn't prove causation, the biological mechanism makes sense given vitamin C's role in collagen synthesis. One medium red bell pepper provides approximately 150 milligrams of vitamin C, which exceeds the recommended daily intake for adults. Yellow and orange peppers are similarly rich. This makes bell peppers an efficient way to ensure adequate vitamin C for supporting normal collagen production. What can you realistically expect from increasing vitamin C intake through foods like bell peppers? If you are deficient or borderline deficient, optimizing your vitamin C status may support your body's normal tissue repair processes over time. This doesn't produce dramatic overnight changes. It provides your body with the nutrient it needs to maintain healthy connective tissues. The practical approach is simple. Include bell peppers in your regular diet. 1/2 to 1 bell pepper daily is a reasonable amount. Slice them for snacks, add them to salads, include them in omelets, or eat them raw with hummus. Red peppers tend to have the highest vitamin C content, though all colors provide substantial amounts. One note about supplements versus food. While vitamin C supplements can address deficiency, whole foods like bell peppers provide additional beneficial compounds including other vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. The combination of nutrients in whole foods often works synergistically. If you're finding this information helpful, please like this video. It genuinely helps other seniors discover evidence-based joint health content. The 4th food delivers something your joints are literally made of: collagen. Specifically, we're talking about bone broth, which is rich in collagen-derived compounds that your body can use as raw materials for tissue repair. When animal bones simmer for extended periods, Collagen within those bones breaks down into gelatin and releases amino acids including glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These are the same amino acids that make up the collagen in your cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Research on collagen supplementation has shown mixed but generally promising results for joint comfort. A study published in Current Medical Research and Opinion found that collagen hydrolysate supplementation was associated with improvements in joint comfort in athletes. While bone broth differs from isolated collagen supplements, it provides similar amino acids in a food-based form. What's important to understand is that when you consume collagen from bone broth, you're not directly replacing cartilage in your joints. That's not how digestion works. The collagen is broken down into amino acids, which your body can then use as building blocks for various proteins, including making your own collagen. Can you expect bone broth to dramatically transform joint health? Probably not in isolation. But as part of a diet that provides comprehensive nutrition for joint health, bone broth offers valuable amino acids in an easily digestible form. Some people report that regular consumption makes their joints feel more comfortable, though individual responses vary significantly. The practical approach to using bone broth is to consume it regularly rather than sporadically. 1 cup daily is a common recommendation. Many people find drinking it warm in the morning works well. You can purchase prepared bone broth from most grocery stores. Look for brands that use quality ingredients and minimal additives. If you make your own, use a variety of bones and simmer for at least 12 hours to extract maximum nutrients. Quality matters. Broth made from grass-fed or pasture-raised animals may contain better nutritional profiles than those from conventionally raised animals. Avoid powdered bone broth products when possible. The liquid form made from actual bones retains more of the beneficial compounds. Our third food addresses inflammation, which plays a central role in joint discomfort and cartilage breakdown. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have well-documented anti-inflammatory properties. The connection between inflammation and joint health is significant. When joints are stressed or damaged, inflammatory processes activate as part of the body's response. While some inflammation is necessary for healing, chronic inflammation can contribute to ongoing tissue damage. This creates a cycle where inflammation contributes to cartilage breakdown, which triggers more inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds influence inflammatory pathways at the cellular level, helping to moderate the inflammatory response. Research published in multiple journals, including the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, has shown that regular omega-3 consumption is associated with reduced inflammatory markers in the body. For joint health specifically, several studies have examined omega-3 supplementation. A meta-analysis in Pain Journal found that omega-3 fatty acids were associated with reductions in joint tenderness and stiffness in people with inflammatory joint conditions. While results vary between individuals, the anti-inflammatory mechanism provides a sound basis for including omega-3 rich foods in a joint-supporting diet. What should you expect from increasing fatty fish consumption? Over weeks to months of regular intake, you may notice reduced joint stiffness, improved comfort during movement, and better overall joint function. These changes tend to be gradual rather than dramatic, and they work best when combined with other healthy lifestyle factors. The practical recommendation is to eat fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week. A serving is about 3 to 4 ounces, roughly the size of your palm. Wild-caught salmon is excellent. Sardines, especially with bones, provide omega-3 south plus calcium. Mackerel and herring are also rich sources. If you don't eat fish, algae-based omega-3 supplements provide an alternative, though whole food sources offer additional nutrients. One important note, not all fish are equal for omega-3 content. Farm-raised tilapia and catfish contain very little omega-3. Tuna provides moderate amounts. Focus on the fatty fish I mentioned for optimal omega-3 intake. The fourth food addresses a commonly overlooked nutrient deficiency that affects joints indirectly but significantly. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest food sources of magnesium, a mineral involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions in your body, including several that affect joint and bone health. Magnesium's relationship to joint health is multifaceted. It's required for vitamin D metabolism, and vitamin D influences cartilage health. It affects calcium regulation, which matters for the bones that joints connect. It influences inflammatory pathways, and it's involved in collagen synthesis pathways. Research on magnesium and joint health is emerging. A study in the European Journal of Epidemiology found associations between higher magnesium intake and better knee cartilage quality on MRI scans, even after controlling for other factors. While more research is needed to establish causation, magnesium's multiple roles in tissue health provide plausible mechanisms. Here's an important consideration. Many older adults don't get adequate magnesium from their diets. As we age, absorption can decrease, and many common medications affect magnesium status. Subtle deficiency may not cause obvious symptoms but could affect various body functions, including those related to joint health. Pumpkin seeds offer a concentrated, convenient magnesium source. 2 tablespoons provide approximately 40% of the recommended daily intake. They also contain zinc, which supports immune function and tissue repair, and they provide plant-based protein and healthy fats. What can you realistically expect from optimizing magnesium intake through foods like pumpkin seeds? If you are deficient, correcting that deficiency over several weeks may support better overall health function, which could indirectly benefit joint comfort. These effects are typically subtle and gradual. The practical approach is to include pumpkin seeds daily. 2 tablespoons is a reasonable amount. Sprinkle them on oatmeal or yogurt, add them to salads, include them in trail mix, or eat them as a snack. Raw or lightly roasted seeds are best. Avoid heavily salted varieties. Now we reach the number 1 food, and this might surprise you because it's so ordinary and available. Yet the nutritional profile for joint health is remarkable. We're talking about eggs. Eggs provide complete, high-quality protein containing all 9 essential amino acids in optimal ratios. This matters for joints because cartilage, tendons, ligaments, and bone matrix all require adequate protein for maintenance and repair. Without sufficient protein intake, your body cannot effectively maintain these structures regardless of what other nutrients you consume. But eggs offer more than just quality protein. They contain several specific nutrients relevant to joint health. First, eggs are rich in sulfur-containing amino acids, particularly methionine and cysteine. Sulfur is a component of glycosaminoglycans, which are molecules that help cartilage retain water and maintain its shock-absorbing properties. Your body needs adequate sulfur to produce these compounds. Second, eggs provide vitamin D, which research has linked to cartilage health. Studies from Johns Hopkins and other institutions have found associations between low vitamin D levels and increased cartilage loss. 2 eggs provide approximately 15% of daily vitamin D needs. Third, eggs contain choline, which has anti-inflammatory properties. They provide selenium, an antioxidant that may protect joint tissues from oxidative stress. And they offer phosphorus, important for bone health. Research specifically on eggs and joint health is limited, but studies on the individual nutrients eggs provide support their role in joint health. The combination of complete protein, sulfur compounds, vitamin D, and other nutrients makes eggs a comprehensive package for supporting tissue health. What should you realistically expect from including eggs regularly in your diet? Over weeks and months, you're providing your body with consistent high-quality nutrition that supports normal tissue maintenance and repair. This doesn't produce miraculous changes, but it ensures you're not limiting your body's repair capacity due to inadequate nutrient intake. The practical recommendation is 2 to 3 eggs daily, as part of a balanced diet. Eat the whole egg. The yolk contains most of the beneficial nutrients I mentioned. The concerns about dietary cholesterol and heart disease that led to recommendations against eggs have been largely debunked by more recent research. For most people, eggs can be part of a heart-healthy diet. Prepare eggs however you enjoy them. Scrambled, fried, poached, hard-boiled, all retain the beneficial nutrients. One tip: eating eggs with vegetables enhances nutrient absorption. The fat in egg yolks helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins from vegetables. A bell pepper omelet combines 2 joint-supporting foods in one meal. Now let me address an important question. Can these 5 foods actually help rebuild cartilage? The honest answer is, we don't fully know. Cartilage has limited regenerative capacity, especially as we age. Once significant cartilage loss has occurred, it's unlikely that dietary changes alone will reverse that damage. However, what these foods can do is provide the nutrients necessary for your body to maintain whatever regenerative capacity it still has. They can support the ongoing repair processes that happen at a cellular level. They can help manage inflammation that contributes to further damage. and they can optimize the nutritional environment for joint health. Think of it this way. If you're trying to maintain a house, you need the right materials. Wood, nails, paint, whatever the house needs. If those materials aren't available, maintenance stops and the house deteriorates faster. These 5 foods provide the materials your joints need for whatever maintenance and repair processes your body is still capable of performing. Let me give you a practical action plan for incorporating these foods into your daily routine. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency and making sustainable changes. Start with breakfast. This is where you can easily include eggs and begin building your joint-supporting routine. 2 to 3 eggs prepared however you like. Add sliced bell peppers on the side or make a vegetable omelet that includes peppers. This gives you 2 of the 5 foods in one meal. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds on your eggs, your oatmeal, or your yogurt, or have them as a mid-morning snack. This adds the 3rd food. Consider starting your day with a cup of warm bone broth before breakfast. This is optional but can be a comforting ritual that provides collagen-building amino acids when your stomach is empty for optimal absorption. 2 to 3 times per week, include fatty fish in your lunch or dinner. A palm-sized serving of salmon, sardines, mackerel, or herring provides your omega-3 south. On non-fish days, consider an algae-based omega-3 supplement if appropriate for you. That's the framework. Daily eggs, bell peppers, and pumpkin seeds. Regular bone broth if you choose. Fatty fish several times weekly. Simple, sustainable, based on whole foods that provide comprehensive nutrition. You don't need to start everything at once. Pick one change. I recommend starting with eggs if you're not already eating them daily, because they're versatile, affordable, and nutritionally dense. Do that consistently for 2 weeks. Then add another food. Build gradually. What time frame should you expect for noticing changes? This varies significantly between individuals, but generally, if dietary changes are going to make a noticeable difference, you'd expect to see some improvement within 6 to 12 weeks of consistent implementation. Joint tissues repair slowly. Give your body adequate time to respond. It's crucial to maintain realistic expectations. These foods support joint health. They don't work miracles. If you have advanced cartilage loss, bone-on-bone joints, or severe arthritis, dietary changes alone won't eliminate those problems. They may help optimize your body's function and potentially slow further deterioration, but they're not substitutes for medical treatment when it's needed. Also, remember that joint health depends on multiple factors beyond nutrition. Maintaining healthy body weight reduces joint stress. Regular appropriate exercise strengthens supporting muscles and maintains joint mobility. Adequate sleep supports tissue repair. Stress management affects inflammation. Comprehensive joint health requires a comprehensive approach. Now, let me address safety considerations. For most people, these 5 foods are safe and beneficial. However, certain situations require caution. If you're taking blood-thinning medications, talk to your doctor before significantly increasing omega-3 intake from fish. While food sources are generally safe, it's important to ensure no interactions. If you have kidney disease, discuss protein intake including eggs and bone broth with your healthcare provider, as protein intake may need to be monitored. If you have gout or elevated uric acid, some fish like sardines and anchovies are higher in purines, which could trigger symptoms. Discuss with your doctor. If you're allergic to any of these foods, obviously avoid them and work with a nutritionist to find alternative sources of the same nutrients. If you're scheduled for surgery, discuss your diet with your surgeon, as some foods can affect bleeding and inflammation in ways that might matter perioperatively. The key is to work with your healthcare providers. These foods support health. They don't replace medical care, and your individual situation may require special considerations. Let me also address supplements versus food. You might wonder whether you should just take supplements for these nutrients rather than focusing on whole foods. While supplements have their place, especially for correcting deficiencies, whole foods generally offer advantages. Foods provide nutrients in combinations that may work synergistically. They offer compounds beyond isolated nutrients that contribute to health. They're generally better absorbed, and they satisfy hunger and provide pleasure, making consistent intake more sustainable than swallowing multiple pills daily. That said, if you have difficulty eating enough of these foods, targeted supplementation under professional guidance can be appropriate. For example, if you don't eat fish, omega-3 supplements make sense. If you can't consume bone broth, collagen supplements exist. The ideal is food first, supplements to fill specific gaps if needed. I want you to imagine what improved joint comfort could mean for your daily life. Think about walking without constant awareness of your knees, climbing stairs without dread, playing with grandchildren without pain, gardening, traveling, dancing, whatever activities matter to you, doing them with greater ease and confidence. While I can't promise these foods will transform your joints, optimizing your nutrition for joint health gives your body the best chance to maintain function and comfort. Combined with appropriate exercise, weight management, and medical care when needed, a joint-supporting diet is a valuable component of healthy aging. Which of these 5 foods will you start with? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every response and would love to hear about your experience after a few weeks of making these changes. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to the channel. I create evidence-based content about senior health every week, focusing on practical strategies you can actually implement to improve your quality of life. And if someone you know is struggling with joint discomfort, share this video with them. Helping others discover reliable health information is one of the most valuable things we can do for our communities. Remember, your joint health matters. Your ability to stay active and independent matters. These 5 foods provide your body with nutrients research has linked to joint health. Combined with appropriate medical care, healthy lifestyle habits, and patience to let your body respond over time, you're giving yourself the best opportunity to maintain joint function and comfort as you age. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. Your health is worth investing in, and small, consistent changes really do add up over time.